everyone, welcome back. We're in the last episode of season 1 of Call It What You Want. Baz has been put in a position. I don't know what he's going to do or say. If he even feels that he can say something. I also don't know what it means for tonight. Does it mean production has halted, but maybe it will be cancelled? Maybe that means James and Aid can be a bit more open about their relationship. But I want to see how T handles this situation as well, and to see what kind of methods are used behind the scenes. Yeah, definitely production is halted. I say they could be a bit more open with their relationship. I think it's pretty obvious what's going on between these two. It's just no subtleties to them.
James
What is he going to say?
ช่วงนี้ช่วยสแตนบายรับสายด้วยนะได้ครับไม่เชื่อในข่าวใช่ไหมได้ครับพี่
He's got to say that. You can't say, yes, I believe you did this, because you don't know what will happen to T. Okay, so they're still sharing a room, so it hasn't been cancelled yet? I mean, if you're crying in your bed with someone next to you, there's clearly something really deep-rooted.
Why?
You're crying really loudly, and you said you want to die. There are things wrong.
ไม่อ่ะกูว่าจะไปบ้านเฮียกูอ่ะ
Can he go home? Does he feel like if he went home he'd be a failure because he hasn't been able to do the series yet?
มึงกะเพรามันใส่ร้ายมึงขนาดเนี้ยมึงไม่คิดจะหาวิธีโต้ตอบอะไรมาหน่อยเหรอวะ
Well, he's gonna have to respond. It's
ก็พอ
PR.
แพ้อยู่แล้วปล่อยให้พี่ติจัดการดีกว่า
His family. But his mom's not in the picture. Okay, they kept in the natural sounds of things. He's always sneaking up. He's like a ninja.
มึงเป็นไรปะวะ
I think you might need to hug him. You gonna confess about T?
วันที่มึงกลับบ้านน่ะพี่ตีแกมา
Oh, here we go.
เว้ยแกบอกว่าเท้ากูมีรอยแผลเป็น
Okay.
เขาก็เลยจะทายาให้กูอะ
Oh, okay, so he did molested him. Clearly went further than that.
เขาเริ่มนวดเท้ากู สูงขึ้น
He's needed someone to talk to.
สูงขึ้นเรื่อยๆสูงจน
Of course you were. It's a power dynamic. Like, he has the control, and he literally has you by this contract, by this tenterhook. Oh, this is awful. And this happens in all formats, not just entertainment.
คือเกมกู
Oh, no.
พี่ติ๋วเข้ามาแบบจับกู
See, there you go. Not the only one who did it to. It's a very raw moment. This really happens. And the whole feeling ashamed. I'm glad he's finally had someone to talk to.
มึงมีอะไรจะบอกกูไหม อารมณ์เสียมาจากไหนวะเนี่ย
Yeah, I mean, it technically isn't your business. You're just the friend. มึงบอกกูเหอะ ให้บอกที่เชื่ออะไรวะ Right? But he seems to have an idea because the way he gets looking.
อดีเจมส์
Oh, he does not look happy to see him. Yeah, they don't like each other.
พี่มาโคนอนที่นี่เหรอคะ
เปล่าอิดมันเพิ่งมาเมื่อกี้เลย เข้ามาก่อนดิ
Take your shoes off. Hey, yeah.
พอได้พูดออกมาแล้ว รู้สึกดีขึ้นไหม
Yeah. Don't forget he wanted to kill himself. He just didn't want to be there because of everything going on. It's quite close to home.
แต่ว่า เราอย่าเพิ่งบอกใครได้ไหมครับ จนกว่าผมจะหมดสัญญา
And because it's based on
ผมอยากจะ
events that
ก่อ
were
น
real,
ที่เรื่องนี้จะเป็นข่าวอะ
he doesn't want his career to be ruined. He wants to
เผล
know
อ
that he
ๆช่
did
วงนั้น
something.
คนอาจจะลืมแล้วก็ได้
This is why these contracts are so tricky.
เฮ้ยบาสจะปล่อยให้เรื่องเงียบแบบนี้เหรอ
ครับ ผมขอนะ
มันจะไหว้ทำไมวะ
The fact that he's so afraid that his career would be ruined by saying this shows you what is wrong with the industry, that he can feel like this. There isn't an outlet. But this is all over the world, this happens as well.
ไม่ต้องพูดแล้ว
It,
แล้วเราพอจะมีหลักฐานอะไรพวกนี้ปะ
I mean, it would be
โทรศัพท์
two actors'
มันจะไปมีได้
words against his, but he's still hierarchy. He just wants to act, and this is what people are doing to him. Like Botox actually
อยากไปไหนไหม
molesting him.
อยากกลับบ้านไหม ไปผ่อนคลาย
How else do you comfort someone?
เดี๋ยวพี่ไปส่งนะ
Yeah. The music is really nice as well. That's been incorporated into this moment. The subject matters in this show have been pretty heavy. I mean, this is a very delicate situation to talk about and to even see acted out.
กูไปก่อนนะ
เจมส์นี่เรารักกันจริงๆใช่ปะ
ถามทำไม
I mean, because it takes time. Okay. They're in love. Okay.
ไม่รู้ดิ เราแค่รู้สึกว่า มันเหมือนฝันอะ
But it's also happened at such a rapid and weird pace. Like, the type of situation that happens, it doesn't usually happen like this.
ทำไมอ่ะ
เรา
Maybe he just wants to feel wanted. Like, there is a chance for you
เจ
two.
มส์บอกว่ารักเราเลยอะ
Again, I did say this is the first time they've really been allowed to be by themselves. Because it's eaten away at him and it's made him like a shell of him, his former self, it
ทำไม
seems.
เรือต้องใช้น้ำมัน
So, is it like a dad joke? He's so happy, look.
ตอบหน่อยดี
เพราะว่ามันต้องเคลื่อนที่ปะครับ
ผิดครับ
No.
ยอมไหม ก็เอาไว้ทอดสมองไง
Soldiers. He's trying to make him smile, though I'm glad he's trying to ease the movements.
Bart
I wonder if
เคยฟังเรื่อง
these
ค้าง
two
คาว
get
ปะ
together in the next season.
อ่ะ มันจะมีค้างคาว3 ตัว ตัวหนึ่งเป็นหัวหน้า แล้วอีก2 ตัวเป็นลูกน้อง แล้วมีวันหนึ่งอ่ะ หัวหน้าคือหิวมาก เขาก็เลยสั่งลูกน้องไปหาอาหารให้มันกิน ลูกน้องก็เลยบินออกไป เวลาผ่านไป2 ชั่วโมงอะลูกน้องกลับมา ไม่ได้พบอาหารสักชิ้นกลับมาเลย หัวหน้าก็เลยโกรธมากแล้วพูดว่า
He's interested in
เดี๋
this
ยวพวกมึง
story.
ดูกู เดี๋ยวกูจะบินออกมาไม่ถึงครึ่งชั่วโมง กูจะมีอาหารกลับมาให้พวกมึงดู
So then you could have found the food yourself.
ไอหัวหน้าก็เลยบินออกไปแล้ว พอไม่ถึง5 นาทีอ่ะ หัวหน้าบินกลับมาเลือดไหลเต็มตัว
ทำไมอะพี่
นั่นแหละ ลูกน้อง2 ตัวก็ถามเหมือนกัน พี่ เป็นไรอ่ะ ไอหัวหน้าก็เลยบอกว่า ตอนพวกมึงออกไป มันเห็นต้นไม้ไอ้นั้นไหม ลูกน้องตอบว่า เห็นครับ หัวหน้าก็เลยบอกว่า แต่กูไม่เห็
Neither for
น
you, I didn't. I knew it. He went straight into the tree. Actually, I'll give him that. I like that. There we go. A little bit of happiness for him.
ที่ขำนี่เพราะว่า
Yep.
โคตรแปลกอะพี่
กินดิ พี่ซื้อมาฝาก
It's been ingrained in him so much he can't eat that he.
ผมกินของแบบนี้ไม่ได้หรอกครับ
Yes, you can. Also, a lot of very muscular and healthy individuals do have cheat days like this. I don't know where you've been told you can't have this food. There are a lot of people who have a lot of meat.
ก็ถ้าพี่ตีรู้ว่า ผมต้องซวยแน่เลย
Well, how would he find out? He's not about. It's okay. It's okay to let go. He's so afraid. Also,
Yeah.
isn't the guy next to you also a model and seems to be in
Thinking
good
wrong.
shape? So if he can eat it, so can you. You can do it. It's okay.
ลองชิมดูสักคำก็ได้
I hate that it's been instilled in him so much that he's afraid to even go out of the confinements of what he's been told to do.
งั้นกินของพี่ก็ได้
It's sweet. He's sharing everything he can with him.
หรือว่าหนัง
เปล่าครับ
I think he's just not used to people being nice to him, which makes me really sad. I did.
กินเลยอร่อยมาก
Again, with the handheld camera, it just makes it feel more realistic. Because since production, and I'm guessing whenever he got cast, he's just not been able to eat this type of food. It's been quite a while for him. There we go.
เป็นไรอ่ะ
มันอร่อยครับพี่
Yeah, to keep yourself in such shape isn't easy. It's hard to maintain, but he's allowed cheat days. You do want to wrap him up and look after him because of what's happened.
มีใครอยู่เป็นเพื่อนเปล่า
มีครับ
Who? Because we don't know anything about his
Okay.
family life apart from that picture.
สยามครับ เป็นชื่อนกที่พ่อเลี้ยงไว้ครับ
Oh,
ชื่อสยามเนี่ยนะ ชื่อแปลกจังแล้ว
where's everyone else?
อยู่แบงค์แค่นี้เหรอ
ครับ
So he's always been alone, it seems.
ป้าม้าผมอยู่สตูลน่ะ
Oh. Oh.
จริงๆผมอยู่กับเฮียครับ เฮียผมแกเป็นคนที่เก่งมากเลย ป้าม้ารักเฮียผมมาก
Do you feel like they don't love you?
ก็คงจะมีแค่ผมนี่แหละ ที่ ไม่เคยทำให้เขาภูมิใจอะ
The psychological warfare that's going on in this boy's mind.
แล้วเฮียบาสอยู่บ้านหรือเปล่า
ไม่ครับ
Because he doesn't
เฮีย
live
ไป
there,
เรียน
does
ปริญ
he?
ญาโทอะ
Oh.
เลยอยู่หอแถวๆนั้น
พี่ขอเบอร์ไว้หน่อยดิ
พี่จะเอาไปทำไมอะ
Because he's trying to be nice, he wants to keep a check on you to see if you're okay. Maybe a little bit
เผื่อ
of
บาสอยากโทร
affection.
หาใครไง ก็โทรหาพี่ได้นะ ตลอดเวลา
He needs a friend as well outside
แต่
of the little workshop
ถ้ามัน
bubble.
ลำบากใจ
อย่าโทรมาตอนพี่ตีอยู่แล้วกันครับ 089 253 2532
Remember that number, everyone. See, what Marco's doing is what I would have done if I felt someone was in such need. I would have found a way to at least check up on them to see if they're okay.
ชื่อรีสอร์ทที่ไปถ่ายซีรีส์ชื่ออะไรนะ
คาซิลิน่า
Am I still worth it? I feel like you're not worth anything.
ใช่ครับ พี่
He just wants to feel
ขอโทษเลย
loved,
ที่ผมร้องไห้อีกแล้วอ่ะ
to feel wanted.
ขับรถ4 ชั่วโมงครึ่ง
Take a break. 4.5 hours. That's a lot of time to go out of your way to help someone.
พี่ครับ พี่รู้ไหม
Why?
พี่ติรู้ว่าเราจะ
เอานา
Well, to be honest, I think T has other things to worry about.
ถือว่ามาอยู่เป็นเพื่อนพี่แล้วกัน นะ นั่นนะ คิดอะไรอยู่อ่ะ
ไม่ได้คิดอะไรครับ
แล้วเป็นไงบ้าง รู้สึกดีขึ้นไหม ไอ้เหี้ย
Scream out into the ether.
พี่
Release
พี่ด่า
tension.
ผมทำไมอะ
ไม่ได้ด่าบาสถ้าบาสจะด่าใคร ลองตะโกนดู
ได้เหรอครับพี่
Mm-hmm.
ไอเฮียเต๋
โอ้โห อะไรวะ มันต้องแบบนี้
Louder.
ไอ้เหี้ยดีเร็ว มา
I wonder what everyone else at the resort is thinking.
ไอ้เหี้ยเต้ดังกว่านี้อีกแบบนี้ไอ้เหี้ยเต้ไอ้เหี้ยเต้ไอ้ควายไอ้เลวไอ้เหี้ยวันไอ้ไปตายไหมเหี้ย
Let it out. It was such a release for him. What does that mean? I am very happy that it was more of a Bass-centric episode. His issues really struck a chord with me, and especially with the name of the character and the dramatization of actual events, but the serious nature of what is actually going on. This happens around the world. Power is enticing to some, dangerous for others. It's a way to control someone. That's why we got the idea of the contract. Baz is so afraid, so scared, so uncomfortable, so afraid of failure and not achieving something that he's even to this moment still, when he first went there at the beach to swear, afraid to say anything too loud in case T was to hear. Now T is going through his own issues. I don't know what it means for him in season 2, but for Baz, we're finally seeing him able to communicate with someone, to have a connection, to have the freedom to say what he can say without judgment. Him revealing what happened to him, well, technically someone else did this, but it seems like it may have been the step he needed to tell other people. And it's awful to hear this. It doesn't matter if it's just written in a show, it's the fact that we know it does happen to people. And it should never happen to people. I really relate to the character of Bass. The actor's done a good job as well because he's so despondent, the character, throughout, that we feel like it's like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, like the actual metaphor for depression. And that's what we see. We see someone crumbling away, but there seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel, but not just for Bass, but for Marco too. He was clearly wanting to have a confrontation with James, which is interesting because he was the one who said that he doesn't go for indie guys like him. But then we saw him cry in the previous episode, so we know there are feelings there, and the way Aid knows he's being looked at, and he can sense it. You can always sense when there's an issue with someone, and usually, if it's to do with your partner, there might be something going on there. It doesn't always have to be like a relationship or feeling type thing, but there's some issue going on. So it looks like maybe for season 2 there needs to be a confrontation between all of them, like something needs to happen, or at least just a discussion at least. We'll see what goes on though, because it felt like right now they've all got a bit of happiness, but the show doesn't look like it has been cancelled yet. So there will be that issue, and how do they deal with having a partner and being in the public eye, especially in BLs, because you don't get the freedom to truly be who you are or who you want to be with, because people have this perception of this idea, and it needs to stop. It needs to break away, and you can like the characters but leave the actors alone and let them have their own lives. When it comes to it, they are just creating a character. I think some people just get a bit too involved in that, because it's their release as well. I think for audience members, some people, it's their only way to relate or feel some type of way about a situation. It just, I mean, I again with this Bass, you just want to give him a hug. You just want to make sure that he's okay, because he spoke about his family, but there's also that issue. His parents aren't at that home that he went to. His brother's doing his masters. The only thing that is there is the pet. But shouldn't there be someone there feeding that pet? That can't just be me thinking that. I. It looks like right now all he has is Marco. But Bass constantly being afraid of T finding out, even now, and not wanting anything to happen until his contract's over. The fact that you're trapped in a contract, and we know they are, because of how T has spoken before, it's scary, because you shouldn't feel trapped by a contract, but this happens a lot, where they have you do a set amount of films, a set period of time, and you can't get out of those contracts, even if you don't like what you're doing because you've signed it. But when his contract ends, Bass can have that freedom to go to another agency, to explore other films, but he's afraid to be blacklisted and to be just pushed aside, and it's not easy watching what's going on. It's steeped in dramatic realism, and that's a bit what makes it a bit frightening, because you can really sense the truth nature in this show. I think they did a really good job, especially this last episode, because of what they were trying to incorporate with the characters. We were trying to get a bit of a happy ending. With James and Aid, they got to spend finally their alone time without any interruptions to build on their relationship. And then Bass has someone to talk to. He's getting a sense of being able to have someone outside of this little workshop TV show bubble. It also helps that Marco is in the industry but in a different format of it, so he can at least understand the situation, and just having someone to talk to, because it looks like he doesn't really have his family either to talk to. It looks like Bass is just all alone, and I really hope him and Marco can cultivate a really nice relationship and understand one another and help one another grow. I really liked this episode. It was very hard to watch, but I feel like it needed to be told. Thank you for watching, and that was season 1 of Call It What You Want.